Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Slurp or Skip. I'm Rich.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we're going through 3 new functional drinks and letting you know whether they're worth slurping or skipping. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first up we have a bit of a rogue one, Slazenger and their energy water. For those of you that live on TikTok will have noticed that a 22-year-old did a post about how he was going to design and bring back to life Slazenger after it's kind of been somewhat lost its way, let's put it that way, in Sports Direct. And he's now been given the job by Fraser's Group to help reinvent the brand. And I think the new range has just launched. So energy water, it's got vitamin B6, natural caffeine, low calorie, sugar-free. So Jess, what do you reckon?
Very pineapple-y.
It tastes a lot better than I think you would assume it would from the outside.
Yeah,
I think
agreed.
Because they've gone with the traditional Slazenger colours, that sort of tennis ball, yellowy green. I can see this doing really well at like paddle clubs, gyms, run clubs, that kind of thing. Really pleasantly surprised, really intrigued to see what the brand does with this 22-year-old creative at the helm. It's a slurp for me.
Yeah, I think I feel like I'm very surprised that I like it. And I was expecting, again, I purposefully didn't look at, the flavour profile or anything like that. Because of that, I will slurp it.
Yeah, refreshing,
Great job.
delicious. Next up, we have Aquaglow. Now, collagen has kind of come out from being a supplement and a powder and a pill and actually really moving into the functional drink space. So Aquaglow, this is their berry crush flavour, has 5,000 milligrams of collagen.
So 5,000 milligrams. So this is where I find this really interesting in terms of a marketing perspective. So, and I'm not necessarily slating Aquaglow because a lot of brands do this, whether it's a drink or a powder or so on and so forth, is by going or using the metric of milligrams, it makes it feel like there's actually far more collagen than there really is, but that's actually 5 grams of collagen. And final point from me is that Verisol is a brand of hydrolyzed collagen. It's like really, really small, so it's absorbed better in your body.
More easily absorbed.
Exactly.
Nice. Taste-wise, at first, I wasn't quite sure. It had a little bit of bitterness in the back of the mouth, but actually it feels like quite a grown-up adult drink. I think for the target demographic, they've obviously gone heavy on the pink. I know their packaging for some of the other flavors isn't pink, so yeah, slurp for me.
Okay, I think it's a skip, unfortunately for me.
Okay.
I don't love the taste massively. I think it's fine. It's pretty much on the sweet side. And personally, I would rather refer to my supplements as my collagen intake, just because I'm not that keen on the flavour.
Cool. And finally, last but not least, is the For Goodness Shakes Glow. I think it's launched at the end of last year, but it's got a new listing in the meal deal in Sainsbury's. So what's the difference with Glow to their usual products? Well, they actually have added collagen to their protein shakes. Now, for those of you who don't know, you actually get basically a gram of protein for a gram of collagen, but this isn't the main source of protein, it's just an additional benefit. So yeah, really interesting to see how it tastes. Only 150 calories, but still with 27 grams of protein, which predominantly, I think all of that comes from whey.
Oh, wow. Very sweet. This is white chocolate, right?
It is indeed, yes.
That's very nice, actually. I would say, as much as I do like the taste, I'm not a massive fan of the packaging, I'm afraid. Okay. It strikes me as a Weight Watchers style drink crossed with like a bubble bath.
Oh, interesting.
See what I mean? Do you think this is targeting, and I don't want to generalize exactly, you know what I'm saying? It's for the women that want the protein, right?
I do worry. I think even the Glow typeface.
Yeah.
They didn't make it pink, so they haven't gone full whammy on the. I personally think it looks great. I think it will do quite well.
This is a really hard one. I think I'm going to say slurp, but only just because I think it tastes really good. I think the packaging needs a bit of work.
Yeah, it's a slurp for me. I think it just ticks a lot of the boxes. I can see why retailers would want to stock it, and I think it will do very, very well.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Slurp or Skip. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very surprised that my favourite of these 3 was the Slazenger. Catch us next time for another episode of Slurp or
Skip. I could probably do that better. I could do it like more Broadway. On Broadway.
Catch us for another episode of Slurp or
Skip.
That was too much.
Okay.